Hi class, happy Wednesday. Hopefully you are enjoying class thus far. We're off to a good start. It looks like we're doing a great job in the discussions. Getting started assignment, everything is looking good. If you've not had the opportunity to jump into the icebreaker discussion, getting started, please consider doing that as soon as you can. We'd like to know who you are. Make sure that you share a little bit about yourself, where you're from, what you're interested in achieving in the class. While you're here, just a few things you might want to share about yourself, if you don't mind, so we all know who we are attending class with. Let me just say thanks for a job well done with the discussions thus far. Just remember, if you don't mind, to jump in those discussions, get those in by Thursday. The initial discussion anyway, and then the final discussions, the replies should be completed by Sunday. Make sure that you reply to at least two, but preferably two or more of your peers. Make sure that you offer those detailed, extended, in-depth, engaged initial discussions, those posts, as well as replies. Make sure that you support your discussions with citations, as well as references. Check your spelling and grammar. So let's talk a little bit about the written assignments as well. So as we get started and move forward on those written assignments, please make sure that you follow examples that are posted in the announcements, and make sure that you have some good information, extended information that's on point. That's the main thing, is I want you to understand the material, and then check your spelling, check your grammar. Also make sure that you include citations and references as well. And I will post that information in the assignments, or correction, in the announcements for you. So just take a look at those if you don't mind, and use that template. So everything is looking good. We're having some great discussions thus far. Lots of discussions on the material. A lot to do this first week. Definitely going to be a lot to do next week. What I'll do is I'll get the information posted on next week here pretty soon. Produce a video, try to share some information with you. And then next week, as I mentioned initially in one of the announcements, I'll try to reach out to you next week, maybe in a phone call, an email, just visit with you, see how things are going. But in the meantime, if you have any questions, I'd like for you to reach out to me, give me a call, send me an email, any of those, and I will do my best to help you understand the assignment as much as I can. My goal is to get you through this, to help you to learn the material in our textbook, as well as our outside reading, as well as the additional information that I post. APA is important. Why is it important? It's important to be able to write, produce, share information in the correct context, so that when you produce plans, procedures, have to present to your boss, a group, a committee, etc., you'll be able to do that effectively because you've learned how to write and how to put together the information correctly. So by the end of the term, I'm sure you're going to be tired of hearing me harp on APA and writing, grammar and the material and that sort of thing. I understand, I get it, but it is important to be able to use that as you move forward in your career and seek those promotions. Thus, the importance of learning the material first, focusing on your grammar skills, your writing skills, and then also your APA. If you've not had time, please look over the syllabus, the instructions, look over each module, look over the final assignment. Again, I have noticed in past and teaching that students who take time to look at the final assignment in those first few days start thinking about it, and they tend to do a lot better. I've seen a lot of real good scores, 95s, 98s, 100s, that sort of thing on those final assignments from the students who take a look at it in those first few days. And the reason I know that is because a lot of them have told me, hey, looked at the final, looks good, here's my thoughts, here's what I'm thinking about doing for the final, what do you think? And so that's how I've kind of put that information, that data together, is based upon the feedback that I've received from the students in the first few days. So let me know what I can do to make your job easier. Keep up the great job, great work there with the discussions and the retina summits. As you get ready to develop those, let me know if you have any questions, and I will do everything I can to help you. Look over the different elements of the class if you don't or don't mind. There's lots of sections, lots of information there for you. So when you get time, take a look at those different elements of the class, each section. Make sure you're familiar with those tools that are available to us, whether it's the library, tutoring with your writing skills, and outside links on the actual material themselves. And then, of course, I posted some of the information in the announcements as well. So any questions, give me a call, 501-463-8538. Send me an email, what you posted there in the announcements. If I could do something to make your studies, your journey here easier, better, and more rewarding, let me know. Have a great afternoon, great rest of the week, and keep rocking.